What's up, y'all? Welcome back. Welcome back. Today, I'm here to talk about episode 13 of Ulysses. Let's get it.
Favorite reader, that's who you are. Traveling near, traveling far. Through every chapter, you're the star. Favorite reader, that's who you are.
Okay. I'm 13 episodes in. What I will say, James Joyce is like, look, I'm not giving y'all nothing easy. You ain't getting nothing easy. Nothing. Even this episode, which seemed on the surface to be real straightforward, more straightforward than the other episodes to me, it still was a whole lot of stuff. It's like I'm looking in a kaleidoscope and I can just see so many different things going on in this one scene. I'm looking through and there's one image I'm looking at, but it's so many different perspectives and so many things to take away from it. And I don't know, is any one right? Are they all right? Is it two right? Like, is it dependent? Is it right depending on who you are, where you are, what you are? I don't know. So in this scene, this is the infamous beach scene. Apparently everybody knew about this scene but me. I did not. I did not expect them to be on the beach, Bloom, and doing whatever he did. He was having a very intimate time on the beach with himself. And there's a woman that's portrayed in this who we get to see like how they're like interacting with each other, but they not at the same time. And it was very interesting because up until this point, I just didn't look at, like, even though the conversations, it's not like this book is like PG. I just was not expecting it to be that way. There's comments all throughout the book that it's adult themes throughout the book. I just wasn't expecting what I got at episode 13. But let me start with the text itself. Same devices used throughout this book. You got plenty of similes, metaphors, alliterations. You got him playing with language, still really being descriptive and how he like writes about a scene and sounds, tastes, views. You got him uncovering different layers of stuff that I thought was really interesting. You got a cast of characters that they all come alive. They all very vibrant. I was shocked. This episode, I didn't really have to look up much. What was in another language was Spanish, and I already knew what that meant. So I was like, period. Let me find out I know a little bit. And I think I really made a note that it was the first thing in another language that I did not have to actively translate. So there's that. But yeah, it seemed like a more straightforward read to me, even though it wasn't. Nothing in this book is easy. He's not giving it to you easy. What's Tina Turner say?
You might like to hear something from us. Nice and easy. Well, I'd like to do that for you. But there's one thing, you see. We never, ever do nothing nice and easy. We always do it nice and rough.
Yeah, he not giving you nothing easy. Nothing. But there's still conversations and talks that are religious and political. I still was thinking about the implications of what it meant when he was talking about like cultural oppression, and he was talking about the citizen. He was talking about what it means to be a citizen, or like what a nation is. I'm still like coming off of that as I'm going into the beach scene. So I'm thinking about how that ties into what we see when we're thinking about what Bloom is thinking about, and we see how this lady, Gertie, her name is Gertie, which we've seen in earlier episodes, but not in this way. So I'm thinking about how Bloom and Gertie are interacting. And the crazy thing is, I just haven't seen Bloom in this light, even though there's foreshadowing in here Like, it's not like he this innocent character, but I always kind of looked at his wife in the way that I'm seeing him on the beach. I'm looking like that's what his wife doing with another man. I'm not thinking about him doing that. But then I'm like, I have seen conversations about whether this is in his mind and it's imagined or if this was like real reality. And I go back to the kaleidoscope view where I'm talking about, where it's just so many ways you could take literally everything in here. Literally everything in here. You could take it, flip it, turn around, reverse it, turn it on its head, and it'll probably still make sense. Because this whole book makes sense, but it don't, but it does, but it doesn't. But it does. And that's that's why I just think it's not really like one distinct way to interpret it. But I'm sure when he was writing this that he did kind of think about if this scene was real or symbolic or imagined or whatever. So I will be interested to know how James Joyce intended for that to be taken. I took it as reality, but I saw online where there was like, actually, it probably wasn't. So I don't know. I don't know. If you read that scene with Bloom on the beach, what do you think? Do you think it was imagined, or do you think it's like actual reality? That's what was happening in real time. And let me say this. This book, I don't talk much on here about like my career and my own education, but what I will say is this book made me think about just how in depth you can go with just one piece of work, one topic, one thing. And in my work and my education, a lot of it is like research based. And so this just like opens my eyes to me thinking like, it's like I know you can have a very narrow scope and go so deep, like so deep. This made me think about that, because I'm like, you could take one page, one episode, one passage in here. We ain't even talking about the whole book, and you could just dissect it to the end of the earth. You could like leave no stone unturned, and you will always have something to come back to. Like, I feel like I'm not rereading this. This is the one and done for me. But I feel like somebody can reread this 20 times and never not have stuff to talk about. Always have stuff that they didn't catch on the time before, or you could take another spin on it. And this makes me think about like literary frameworks and literary theory, and how all of that could be applied to this book. You could look at this from so many lenses and so many frameworks and uncover so much. Like, I'm just looking at it probably from I'm looking at it not from a critical like analysis lens, but you can't help but just see it in so many ways when you read it. It's just like, it's so much in here. And I'm officially, am I at the halfway point? Let me see. I'm at page 347. How many is it? Out of 682. I'm getting there. Like, yeah, this is a year-long. I didn't say this at the beginning, but this year I joined a subreddit called A Year of Ulysses, where we're reading through Ulysses by James Joyce over the course of a year. And I'm sharing that here with y'all, my thoughts. Officially episode 13, I finished it, making my way. I should be done, I think, in early December. And James Joyce gonna make you work for it. And I've said this in other videos. You can put as much effort into this as you want, or as little bit as you want, and I still feel like it'll be really rewarding. Yeah. So that's it for this. For this video. It ain't much. That's it for this one. I just wanted to share it here. I'm still making progress. Just got through episode 13. And yeah, I'm still enjoying it. Actually, I didn't use any supplemental information going through that one. I just kind of read that one straight through. Yeah, but that's it, y'all. Let me know if you've read this, what you think. And let me know if you read this and you read episode 13. Do you think it was real, imagined? Was he dreaming, or he was out there really you know, doing what he did. So let me know what you think and what you think about Gertie and any of the characters. I just want to know if you've read it. Just give me your thoughts, period. Yes, I'll be coming back and giving updates until I finish, but just let me know. Okay, y'all, that's it. I'm going to see you on the next one.
Pages turning soft as silk, stories flowing like warm milk. A journey starts with every line, worlds unfolding in your mind. Bookmarks falling where dreams collide. Every cover's got a tale inside. Favorite read.